What's the story? Angie turned to her chef and studied the typically serious Nancy. A woman paused at the table. The woman's long brown hair was pulled back into a librarian bun. She was dressed in a guard uniform, and as she squared her feet, she took in the table. Picking up a sandwich from the pile in the middle of the table, she sniffed it, then took a bite. "Good evening. I'm one of your jailers, Bridget Murphy. You can call me Officer Murphy. I hope you enjoyed your last meal because we're opening the doors soon, and you won't be getting anything this fancy once you're inside." "Are we staying near the haunted cells?" Matt raised his hand like he was in school. The officer glanced his way, then ignored his question. "You'll have to leave your belongings in the lockers in the lobby area. Don't worry. We don't have thieves around. Well, not in that part of the jail, that is." She laughed at her own joke and took another bite of the sandwich. "You are permitted a camera, but not a cell phone, which you should have been informed of when you were sentenced to attend this lockdown. You will be given a uniform shirt and a blanket for your comfort. The prison can get chilly at night. Some say it's because of the restless spirits in the building." "I told you so," Matt crowed to Hope. She slapped his arm. "Children, please." Angie turned back to Officer Murphy. "Can we bring in our cooler with sodas, or will that be provided? I need to make sure I have water available for Dom. Your dog will be provided water from the tap. No fancy bottled water for any of you." She smiled down at Dom, who slapped his tail against the table in greeting. "You may get a second blanket for him, though. Any other questions?" Matt raised his hand again. "Will we see all of the prison?" "Your tour will include all of the safe areas. You will not be shown the cemetery. That is part of the botanical gardens." She glanced around at us one last time. "Any important questions?" "Man, she doesn't like you," Estebe fake whispered to Matt. "Are you sure you're not acquainted with our new jailer?" Angie saw Officer Murphy's mouth twitch, but to her credit, she stayed in character. "Okay, then. There will be 4 staff on site tonight. We're down from 6, so you need to behave, or you'll be sent to solitary on the first offense." Matt looked like he was about to say something, but the officer's glare stopped him. "We have 14 new residents joining us tonight. But just because your group is the largest sector of those, don't think you'll be getting any special treatment." She pointed to the stone front of the building and the large wooden doors. "Meet us there, in 30 minutes, without your picnic baskets. If you're not there, you'll be left outside, and no one wants to be left outside alone on a night like this." Since the weather was a balmy, warm October Idaho evening, and they were in an upscale section of Boise where the nearby houses sold in the 7 figures, Angie figured she was talking about the fact that they were almost at Halloween. She waited until the woman began the act again with the small group at the next table before she turned to her group. "Ready for a haunted house tour? I think they're really going to play up the haunting angle tonight." "I don't like ghosts," Hope said as she moved just a little closer to Matt. "I do." Matt didn't notice her movement. He was taking pictures of the outside of the building. "Man, I hate giving up my cell. My camera on the phone is way better than this digital I have." Estebe held up his camera with a set of lenses and a carrying case. "You need to buy a real camera, not rely on a device that does everything badly." "My phone is the newest model. I bet the pictures I take kill yours." He snapped several pictures of the table, then of the outside of the prison. "I'm a master at this. Except for the fact that you can't take it inside the prison. I might take you up on that."